turns around. And there's some insist it has to be here, some insist even there, and some insist on this. I say it doesn't matter. If you hit him in the chin, he goes down, doesn't matter which direction your hand was. Alright, chin down, hands up. Here's for jab, here's for hook. Okay, we just hooked with the Hardy and Kondo. They both landed the hook at the exact same time. One's hand was here, and one hand was here. The one that hand was here got knocked out. Hardy. The one that's hand was here won the fight. Right? Did you see that fight? Yeah. Okay, you don't want to hook. If you're going to hook with a hooker, make sure your hand stays up. Okay? And it wants to be alive. Like I said, Hardy's hand wasn't even that low. It was like right to here. And Kondo's hand was up here. And they both like hooked at the exact same time. And one got through and one hit the arm. Okay? So, with that said, let's do like 4 and 4. And just think of the first thing to go is you want to initiate your hip. Initiate with your hip. Engage the hip. Start the pop movement. Ball with the left foot. Your weight shifts to your right leg. Okay? And you end up here with all your weight on your back leg. Okay? One simple way I come around is boom, one step. And I'm out here. Okay? That's one move I make for my guys. Another move would be boom, start to come here, come right back, depending on what your opponent does. You want to time it, or you want to test it. Maybe the first time I threw a hook, you saw that he kind of weaved back and then he came in again. If he did that, I would do something like thing, you know, or even a spinning technique. If I saw him move back and just kind of did like this, like a lot of guys do, then I would do this, spin back, okay? So you want to feel that out. But in the beginning, just to feel the hook, the basic hook, you want to initiate with your hook, with your hip, engage that hip. Now, you get a lot of power with the right hand, okay? But you're giving something up to the right hand. What are you giving up? Like your heart. You don't want to give that to him. Okay? So if I throw a right hand as hard as I can, I'm still giving my hip. Okay? I throw a right leg as hard as I can, I'm giving my hip. Now I can throw just as much power with my left hook as I can with my right hand. But I'm not giving my hip. It's a safer punch. It's much safer than a right hand. The reason being is I'm giving my hip, not to him, I'm giving my hip to whoever's over there. He just happens to get the power along the way. My hip is actually turned here. Now I'm this way. Okay? But while I'm going there, he's catching. Okay? He's catching the wind of it while I'm going by. But my hip's actually here. So it's actually, if I was fighting a guy over here, I might be giving him my hip, but I'm not. I'm fighting this guy, so he's just going to get my hip passing by. Okay? And then my hip's actually this way. It's really safe compared to a right hand technique or a backhand technique. Okay, any question on that? I see very few hooks countered. Okay? I see more jabs countered than hooks. I see more leg kicks countered than hooks. Okay? But I see a lot more left hooks knock people out than leg kicks or jabs. Okay? So when you throw your jab, you're not giving him your hip. Usually you're giving him this kind of movement right here, and he can time it. With a hook, as long as your chin's down and your right hand's up, there's very little counters off that left hook. Okay? There's defenses for it, but very little counters. Alright, any questions on that? Alright, tight fist, pop the hip, and just give me, let's do 4 and 4. One thing not to do is this. This is the first telegraph move. So we don't want to do that. You give up a little more power right now by not pulling back. But from here, I got plenty of power. If that's his chin, and I hit it just that hard, I feel like I can do some damage. Maybe even knock him out. I did knock out a few people with my left hook, so I know that for a fact. If I pull it back here, I can get a lot more power, but unfortunately, he might not accommodate me to stand there like this. Go ahead. Yeah, pull back all the way. Okay? Most guys, they see me doing that, they're going to try to hurt me. So from here, I might not get quite as much on 4. And then we're going to have a back. Okay. Then we're going to go to the hook. We're going to go to the hook and we're going to redo this in a sec. But when I do the hook, I like to think of Miyagi in Karate Kid 2 with the drum. Remember? And it's like a rope with a ball. This is how I like to throw my hook. It's the perfect Miyagi thing. So I'm here, I'm spinning my hip, and then my arm just follows like it was a rope. Okay, now, all I'm going to do now is turn it all the way. Turn it as far as it can go. So I twist, twist, twist. Now I just close my hands real tight, and there's a hook right there. So it all comes from the hip. Okay? So it's just a pop of the hip. Your arm is a rope. Your hand is a rock. And that rope is swinging that rock around to hit your opponent somewhere on the side of the face as hard as possible. Okay? Hopefully at the chin. If it hits him on the side of the face, it cuts him up and it hurts. When it lands on the chin, they usually just drop. Okay? Just like when someone hits him in the body, it hurts. But as soon as you touch the liver, they just go down on one knee. Okay? So that's all it is. It's just turning right here. Turning right here. Tight fist. This is where I ended up. Okay? And I can take my eyes off my opponent. I don't mind doing that. Because there's nothing he can do. He's either knocked out, he ducked, he moved back, or he can try to come in on me. But if I take my eyes off my opponent for a split second, and then I'm right here, I mean, I can see him. Before he can even react, I can see him. What can he do? He can't hit me from this position, really. Okay? I can still come back with this. I can come back with this. I could miss it, come back with this. Or I could simply step over here and come over here. Okay? So I feel completely safe taking my eyes off my opponent for a split second and giving it all for my left hook. I'm not going to do that with an elbow, because in here, if I did that with all my might and he ducked under it, he's going to have my back. So I won't do that with an elbow. With an elbow, I'm just going to use a little bit of a hip hop here. I'm not trying to get this momentum here with an elbow, because now I don't want to be there. With a left hook, I don't mind being there. Even if he tried for a takedown, I'm already going this way. I can just pull my leg right out and walk away. Okay? And I didn't just make this and think, oh, I wonder if that'll work. I've tried this with the best wrestlers, Sammy Henson, Matt Lilman, all those guys. And I said, will this work? Try this. Try to take me down. And it's worked. So I know it will. But anyway, that's my left hook. You have to do this first. So if I'm here and I want to throw his face is here, I can't throw a hook. I have to pull it back first. Okay? So from this position here, usually I'll throw it after right hand, but the way I'd rather keep my stance here, that's why, because I like it so much, my left hand stays out a little more here. I feel like I'm just as safe here as I am here, but I can also throw the left hook from here, because it's basically a line there. From here, I can jab and I can throw a right hand, but I have to pull it back to the right hand. From here, I can jab, I can throw a right hand, but I can also throw a hook. So I bring my hand out just a little bit more, keeping my chin down and my right hand up. All right, go.